With November's midterms critical as the Democrats hope to retake Congress, every race counts, including the race for Oregon's 4th congressional district. The 4th district leans slightly Democratic, encompassing the southern half of counties on the Oregon coast. That includes Lane and Benton counties, home to the state's 2 major college towns, Eugene and Corvallis. It also includes Douglas County, which does go Republican. Since 2023, the 4th has been represented by Democrat Val Hoyle, a former state legislator and former state labor commissioner. The Republican that Hoyle defeated in 2024 is back to challenge her again in 2026. A retired Air Force colonel, an attorney, and a public policy consultant, Monique DeSpain joins us from her home in Eugene. So thanks for being on Eye on Northwest Politics.
Thanks so much for having me, Ken.
Well, we see that in the poster right behind you. You've launched a website called What's Val Hiding? And you call for the U.S. Attorney to investigate Congresswoman Hoyle, including her relationship with disgraced LaMotta Cannabis Company owner Rosa Cazares while Hoyle was labor commissioner. Why call for that investigation now?
Well, I called for that investigation in early 2024, and the investigation, the request was that Val Hoyle be included in the ongoing investigation of LaMotta and Shemia Fagan. We all remember that. Even Governor Kotek was all tied into this LaMotta organization that has been under federal investigation for a while. And it's my understanding the FBI is still investigating that whole batch of characters.
Well, Hoyle disavowed Cazares, said she was lied to during that time, and returned the money that Cazares contributed to her campaign. So isn't this controversy over?
Well, What's Val Hiding is a continuing compilation of Val Hoyle's pattern of corruption, obstruction, and deceit, and excuses and gaslighting. She's always surprised by how things are when things are made public. So it's new information that we've added. It's a fully sourced, documented timeline to make it easier for the press, for the media to give information to the voting public that they deserve about their public officials. So, for example, it was just in this past year that Val Hoyle violated the Stock Act. 217 violations. That was around the late disclosures of her stock trades worth to up to $3.4 million, including defense contractors that she has direct oversight over in Congress. She failed to report that. And the end result of her trades was that she has grown her personal wealth by 400% since she took office just 3 years ago. The public has the right to understand the priorities of their elected Congresswoman Val Hoyle.
You lost to Hoyle by about 8 percentage points in 2024. So what makes this year any different?
Well, when you're not a career politician, it takes a little effort to get the attention of the press, to get the word out to voters. It's very expensive to run for Congress, so things are looking a lot better this time. But the reason I'm running again is the basic needs of Oregonians are still not being met by these career politicians like Governor Kotek, Val Hoyle. These have been career politicians serving Oregon for years and not delivering results. So I'm running to basically protect the life, liberty, and happiness of Oregonians and Americans because Val Hoyle is now trying to deliver Oregon policies to the entire United States. She refuses to protect Oregonians, as does our governor. And so I'm running again to give Oregonians another opportunity. I'll be on the ballot in November. It's a rare opportunity to have a real choice of someone who wants to serve this community instead of just self-enrichment and worrying about getting elected every time. I believe in term limits. I just don't think Oregon has good representation.
What are your priorities? If you were elected to office, what would you want to do that would benefit the people of Oregon?
Well, my priorities are the priorities of Oregonians, and that's to restore accountability here in Oregon and in Washington, D.C., to deliver results for working families in Oregon. So I would like to bring Oregon back to the prosperity it once had, making Oregon affordable again, delivering public safety. it's just not, I mean, the person you were interviewing, Sharon Mirren, Nathan Vesweg, just underscore that we need a federal partner that's going to work to deliver safety in Oregon. And then finally, I want to deliver transparency and accountability. And that's really very much what what'svalhiding.com is all about, transparency. So just want you to know who's representing us. Her votes are 96% of the time with AOC, a socialist from New York. People just need to know so that they can be informed, discerning voters. These agendas of Governor Kotek and Val Hoyle are not in alignment with the Oregonians in the 4th District and truly probably across the whole state. They want common sense leadership that delivers public safety, affordability, and a government that is accountable to the people and not the other way around.
You're a military veteran of 30 years. I'd like to get your take on the Iran war, especially its effect on gasoline prices and inflation.
It's about so much more than gas prices. Iran cannot have a nuclear weapon. And that has been, ironically, that has been the position of at least the last 5 presidents of the United States. Unequivocally, Iran cannot have nuclear weapons. And so that has been a remarkably bipartisan policy for at least 30 years. And I fully support the disarmament of Iran. It is really hurting people at the gas tank. But let's not forget, Oregon's gas prices were the worst in the country before this taking care of business in Iran began. So I do support swift action to neutralize a very dangerous, tyrannical, terrorist leadership in Iran. And I find it interesting in the discussion that Val Hoyle brings up when she's rooting for Iran. There's no mention of the terrorist, the 42,000 protesters, the Iranian people protested. 42,000 of them were slaughtered by the leadership, the Islamic leadership of Iran. They feel the same way about us. And so I fully support neutralizing them as quickly as possible and getting back to those lower gas prices as a result of that.
According to your website, border security is one of your big issues as well. Are you comfortable with the president's immigration and border policies?
I definitely support a secure border. We have a secure border now. It was all policy driven. I was just listening to a press conference this morning about the 450,000 trafficked children over the border that we're now dealing with the ramifications of trying to find them and save them due to the policies of that open border. Now, immigration reform has been long overdue. Both parties have failed to step up and just deliver a reliable, safe, fair and affordable, efficient immigration system that welcomes the people that we want to welcome to the United States. My mother was an immigrant. Came over when she was 23 years old from Germany. Our nation is built on immigrants. So I fully support reforming it. And by reforming immigration, we protect the most vulnerable, and securing our border, we protect the most vulnerable, the immigrants who want to come to America.
We've only got less than a minute left, but I know Republicans are battling to keep the House these midterms. Are you getting any support from the National Party to try to flip this district?
I'm really proud of all the support I'm getting in Oregon. We outraised Val Hoyle. Still, I think we've outraised her, but in Q4, when I launched my campaign, 90% of the contributions came from Oregonians right here who want the things that we just talked about. This is serious business, getting representation for Oregon, and of course, having Oregon's voice heard in Washington, D.C. I hope to continue to have the support of the folks working for America in Washington, D.C. But at this point, I'm running as an independent voice for Oregonians so that our issues will be considered at the policy tables in Washington, D.C. You can learn more about this at my website, MoniqueForCongress.com. I have robust social media where I'm talking about these issues. I agree with your previous guest. We have got to address the homeless industrial complex that is bankrupting our communities. There's a major federal component to that, and I'm the only candidate talking about resolving these issues for Oregon.
Thank you very much, Monique DeSpain, talking to us from Eugene. Appreciate you joining Eye on Northwest Politics.
Thank you, Ken. Have a wonderful weekend.
We'll be right back.